Do you know who Lotto is?
No.
She's a
Like
female.
oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I think her name used to be Mulatto, and then she just dropped the
Did
Mu
she
part.
change it? That's why I thought. That's why I didn't know who
Yeah,
you were talking about at first.
yeah, because I think somebody told her it was problematic, so she goes by Lotto now. So there was a clip that went around on Twitter. She was doing an interview where she talked about the fact that because she has an album coming out soon,
Mm-hmm.
or it just came out. I don't know. I don't listen to her music, but this clip in this conversation I thought was interesting because it revolves around exchanging sex for services.
Mm-hmm.
So she was doing an interview, and she said that it was hard for her to get one of the verses cleared for one of her songs because the male artist insisted that she fuck him.
Oh.
Right. And of course, the conversation was around this is, creepy behavior, problematic, yada, yada, yada. Right. Got you. And my brain started working because anyone who knows me knows that I do not have conventional feelings about almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
What makes that exchange? Okay, do you agree that is creepy?
Yes.
Got you. So you think it's problematic?
Yes.
Okay, what about it makes it problematic?
It's problematic for someone to expect sex in return for, I don't know, in return for standard things. Like, it's problematic for somebody to expect that, like, as a form of payment. It's weird. It's like, I don't think that prostitution should be spilling over into like everyday things. That's why prostitution is something very specific. Like, it's weird that somebody is like, in order to get a verse approved for a song, you expect me to have sex with you. No, that's weird.
So, and here's where I wanted to go with this, right? Because it feels weird to me, and it feels like something that you shouldn't be doing as a man. Nor have I ever done anything like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask you this, Shannon. Now, so put that situation to bed, right? Let's flip this. Let's flip the scenario, right? Let's say Lotto, she's working on her album. She wants a verse from somebody. He says, I don't really want to do the verse. No, for whatever reason, he don't feel like she's on his level, whatever the reason. He says, no, I'm not going to give you a verse, right? she offers him twice what he's asking for his feature fee.
Mm.
Rappers have a feature fee when if you want them on the song.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not rapping, right? Then she texts him, or during the conversation, she says, I'll sleep with you if you give me a verse.
Mm-hmm.
And if the guy accepts it, it's that creepy.
It's honestly, it's a double standard. Honestly, it is. No, it is. I'm just saying, it's a double standard that exists. So, I mean, it is creepy in a sense. Like, it's not right for the woman to do it. It's not right for the woman to initiate it either, or like assume that like that's something that somebody would be okay with. It's wrong on both sides.
But
I
it's
think
not.
that
But
there's a double. No, it doesn't come off creepy when a woman does it. It's a double standard. Yes, I agree.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even bring this up for like a double standard conversation. I bring it up because, well, it is, but I'm trying to get to the root of why. So, like, is it because here's where I think we might have a case of internalized sexism towards women.
Mm-hmm.
Is it only creepy because the man is the one who initiates the proposition?
Yes.
Okay. So if the woman offers the sex in exchange for the goods or the services, it's no longer creepy. It's just kind of doing business.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that, I think, is wrong.
Well, yes, it is. It is wrong.
So then you agree with me that men should be able to exchange
I mean, I don't think anyone should do it. I am nay to both sides,
But
but I'm
why?
just saying,
Okay.
uh-huh.
So
I
okay.
mean, I don't know. Honestly, like it's just weird. It is weird. I mean, if women can do it, men can do it too. It just comes off creepy from a guy. It's just a double standard that exists. But I'm not
No,
disagreeing with you.
I got you. And once again, I'm not saying that men should do this. I don't think you should. Now, here's the thing. I think the exchange of sex for services happens all the time from
No,
women,
yeah, for sure.
like
Uh-huh.
all the time from women,
Hmm.
and no one says anything about it. I
Hmm.
think you can see women in places they don't belong all throughout society just
Yeah.
because they exchange sex for services and goods, or they're really hot, and so just the chance that a guy might sleep with them gets them put into positions that, if they weren't attractive, they wouldn't be in.
Hmm.
And so I wanted to have this conversation because if it's just the fact that the man is the one who is initiating that makes it creepy, double standard got you. But should we be okay? What makes, because you said that it's wrong in either case. What
Hmm.
makes an exchange of sex for goods/services innately wrong in your mind?
I don't actually know what really makes it wrong, to be honest. Because if as long as as long as people are consenting individuals, like why not? I just think there's moral issues attached to it. But again, like
Okay,
whatever. If it's
explore those. What are
Mhm.
the moral things that you feel is wrong about it?
I don't know, just trading your body for goods and services. Something about it just feels weird, but like I know that people do it all the time, and like I know that it's basically what prostitution is, which I have no problem with as long as it's consenting. But I don't know, it just feels icky to me. Like I don't know,
Do
I
you
just feel it just
do you look down on prostitutes?
no. Mm-mm.
All right, Shannon, this is what I'm called BS. Be honest. Somewhere in your, if this bothers you, if the exchange of services and goods
Well,
for,
because prostitution is like a very specific thing. It is a very specific field. Like you're exchanging sex for money. Like that's what prostitution kind of is to its definition. But then when you start when it starts spilling over to other things, like I'll have sex with you for this candy bar or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like that's when it starts to feel a little like icky to me. I don't know. Which that might be like hypocritical on my part, but I don't know. That's just
so you're saying that if a woman, I want to just get this clear, if a woman exchanges sex for money, you know, you have no problem with that, and
I mean, I
you
get,
you
mhm.
do not look down on them. But if she exchanges sex for Reese's Pieces, that's where you look down. That's where you
or
look
like
down on them.
or something a little like less childish, like I don't know,
And
like for like promotions or like to get ahead or like anything like more. I don't know how to word it correctly, or like I don't know, like for an advantage or over something. I guess is a good thing to say.
see,
Then I
I
feel
think,
like it starts to get. Mhm.
see, I think it is only fair that we should get to a point in society where either the exchange of sex and goods for services, I'm sorry, the exchange of sex for goods and services is fair to be propositioned by everybody or nobody at all,
Okay.
right? Like I should be able to go to a girl like, yo, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I don't want that clip out there about me. You know, people take stuff out of context. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I don't want to say that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. I feel like, for example, let's say if you had an apartment, or no, you own the building, right? Oh, no, you not own. You were a tenant in the building, and you heard this rumor that your neighbor behind on the rent couldn't really pay the rent. The landlord's like, look, you got to pay this rent, and she goes, I can't pay this rent, but um, we can have sex.
Mhm.
That feels icky to you somewhere deep down, right?
Yes. Somewhere deep down, yes, it does.
Got you. Why does that feel icky? Because here's the thing. I think people will hear that scenario, and even though she proposed the idea, the fact that he took her offer, they will look at him like a scumbag. Now, this is a separate conversation about the power dynamics, because in that scenario, she's a tenant, he's a landlord. I got you. But in the case of, I don't know, like two artists like Lotto and whoever the male rapper was, there's no real power dynamic, power dynamic at play there. She's a rapper, he's a rapper. She don't need him for anything, and vice versa. But you would feel a little bit icky about the woman who exchanges her vagina because she's back on rent. Is it because you think it's not fair that you have to pay money and she's exchanging her body? Is that it? Or is it just like you just think that women who do that are lesser women? And be honest with yourself, Shannon.
No, I think it's more towards the second one, not because like I'm mad that I have to pay rent. I don't know. It just feels weird. But like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't really put too much thought into this, so I don't really know. But I feel like,
I mean, we know as the listeners, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know that you hate prostitutes. We know that.
I don't hate prostitutes. I never said that.
You kind of do, Shannon. See, Shannon,
don't.
you can smile. You can do that thing with your almond eyes where you pretend like that's right there. you could do all that, but we can tell if you feel. Here's the thing, you're not even. I think it's a natural emotion to feel that way. Like, I get mad that there are dudes out there who can move in a way that I think might be disrespectful or whatnot, and they get away with it because of who they are. And so you feeling how you feel, I think it's like a natural. I think a lot of women feel that way about women who exchange their body for goods and services, because you guys can do it, but you choose not to. You choose to compete with us on like the same playing field, even though I just said not the same, because you guys get places because you look good. But anyway, it's a natural emotion. I just wanted to bring this up because I think it is interesting how everyone agreed that the dude, that the male rapper, whoever he was, is a piece of shit. But if Lotto had said, hey, I really want you on this track, I'll give you some ass for a verse, no one would be really that. People would be talking bad about Lotto, but they wouldn't be calling Lotto a creep. See what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that the dude does not deserve to be called a creep. I'm just exploring this thing in my mind, because I thought, this is an interesting thing, because I think we agree what makes this creepy is the fact that it is the male doing the propositioning. Got you. Not necessarily the exchange, because if we switch who's propositioning, she's not a creep. It's just maybe she's like a hoe or whatever, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah.